Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to my haul that I got from the convention I just got done going to because today was the last day for it. And that was Sci-fi Horror Fest at Vernon Downs in Vernon, New York. And this year it was my fourth time going, and this year I decided to do something a little different because for the past three events I've been buying the regular tickets, so I didn't get into it at a later time. But this year I actually decided to buy a VIP ticket, and I actually got in a little hour early because that's what the VIP ticket holders do. They get in an hour early before the regular ticket holders do. So since I ended up doing that, I actually managed to go around, get the pictures taken with the celebrities that was there at the event of who I wanted to get my pictures taken with. Also got the autographs I wanted to get from the celebrities that I wanted to get from. And I also managed to get time to buy some goodies at the event as well. So without further ado, let's get on with the stuff that I bought from the convention at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest. And keep in mind, I will be showing this stuff again at the end of the month haul in my video. So I'll be showing the stuff here from the Sci-Fi Horror Fest event in my video for the end of the month haul for the month of August. So again, without further ado, let's get started with the stuff that I got signed out of my collection and what stuff I managed to get up there. First, I ended up getting my one of my Blu-rays out of my collection signed. So I got my Nightmare on Elm Street Blu-ray collection signed by Lisa Wilcox, who played Alice, the final girl in Nightmare on Elm Street's 4 and 5. And she put to Eric, rest in hell, where she drew a little arrow pointing at Freddy, saying for him to rest in hell. And she was just a very nice person to talk to, and I'm glad I got a chance to meet her. So for the art, and also, after I got done meeting her, she ended up throwing in her little card where, pardon me, where it says "Welcome to Wonderland, Alice," because that's what Freddy says when the church doors swing open. And also on the back is like the links to her pages of where you can keep track on what movies that she's going to be doing, or go to her website and buy pictures from her website that she had at her table at the event, and that way she'll be able to sign them and send them to your house. So I thought that was pretty neat. And also, at her table, if you end up buying, well, not buy, but if you decide to get something signed by her, she had a separate photo on her table, and they had a paper over it saying FW, saying, well, not FW, but saying free pictures. So whatever you get signed by Lisa Wilcox, she'll have you pick out a photo from her little selection at her table for free, but they don't come autographed. So I ended up choosing this picture of her from Nightmare on Elm Street 4, where she's looking into the broken shard of the window. So I thought that was a good shot, and I figured I'd pick this one out for the free picture after I got my Blu-ray collection of Nightmare on Elm Street signed by Lisa Wilcox. Also for the autograph, I ended up getting William Forsythe was there. I met him at one of the Scarecons, and I talked to him, but I didn't have the money to get his autograph or picture taken with him. But he was there at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest this weekend, so I figured now's my chance to actually make up for what I couldn't do back at the ScareCon event. So I actually got him to sign the photo of him from Stone Cold. Apparently he had two different photos of Stone Cold. One with the explosion behind him. He's on a motorcycle being pursued by Brian Bosworth, and the other picture he had of Stone Cold is where he had the beer can on top of his forehead before they shot it off his forehead. So I figured I'd get this one because I told him that Stone Cold and Alfred Justice are my two favorite movies of his, but he's also known for playing in other movies as well, like The Rock and Blue Streak and so much more. So when I picked out this photo for him to sign, he put to Eric, "You know my baby, I'm a worrywart." So that's where he put that on the photo, and that's what he says in the movie as well about him being a worrywart. So I thought it was actually pretty cool. But meeting William Forsythe, very nice guy. Yeah, very, very nice. And also, I forgot to mention that William Forsythe is also known for playing in The Vengeful Sheriff and Devil's Rejects. Also, for some of the goodies I picked up, since I'm not going to be able to go to the ScareCon event next month because it's coming up in 3 weeks, and it's definitely not going to give me any time to put any money aside in 3 weeks for that event. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll come back to the Turnstone. So hopefully it will happen. But at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest, this vendor was selling autographs at his table, and I asked him if these are actually legit autographs, as from actual celebrities, and he said they are, because he said he got these autographs from a convention called Hudson Valley Horror Fest, I want to say, because right there's the card he gave me. But I think that's the convention he ended up getting these autographs from, and he was selling them at his table. So these autographs, again, like I said, they're legit because it says on the back certificate of authenticity. So I figured that since I'm not going to go to the ScareCon event, I figured why not get these autographs to have in my collection, even though they're not going to be personalized to me. So I figured I might as well get them, that way I could actually have them in my collection. The first one I end up getting is the autograph of William Ragsdale from Fright Night, the original. And the other autograph I end up getting is Stephen Jeffries from Fright Night. So yeah, these two celebrities are going to be at the ScareCon event next month. So I know I'm not going to be able to go and meet them, but at least I got their autographs. And like I said, these autographs are actually legit because of the certificate of authenticity on the back. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. Alright, now let's get on to the goodies I picked up. My friend Matt from You and Your Horror Movies was there. Again, he was a vendor, and he was selling movies at his table. So I figured it, why not look to see what movies he's selling this time, and hopefully he has some good choices. And I say he definitely had some good choices. So one of them I picked up, but since he recently bought these two movies to the 4K Blu-ray combo and he was going to get rid of the Blu-rays, I asked him I'll be more interested in buying these Blu-rays from you, and he said that he was going to sell these for like $10 a piece. So I figured, what the heck, why not? Because I see both of them, I thought they were alright, but I figured I might as well give them to add to my collection, and that's Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence. So I figured it, might as well get these two just to add to my collection, because I thought that these movies were alright, but I still stick with the first Maniac Cop being the best one in the series. Also, we're at his table. I end up buying in a this one movie. I remember having it on VHS. It's like a long time ago. Never had the DVD, but it got Blu-ray release. And the movie I'm talking about is Uncle Sam. Now, the reason I remember this movie is because I remember seeing the cover art sitting in video stores. Is it like at Blockbuster and stuff to rent? And they had like a 3D cover where it shows like the guy Uncle Sam saying, "Uncle Sam, I want you." And if you move the 3D picture, it shows like a zombie version of him saying Uncle Sam dead. So basically, it's saying that, you know, Uncle Sam went him, and then basically he's saying, like, instead of him saying I want you to join the army, it says I want you dead. So Uncle Sam, him, man, is actually not that bad of a movie. It's very, very fun to watch because the guy who directed it is the same guy who directed Maniac Cops 1 and 2 and also directed Maniac. So, what, Uncle Sam, not bad of a movie. Another one I ended up picking up at his table, and I remember watching this movie a long time ago, but I don't remember much of it. But I figured it might as well get it because I have the remake on DVD, and I saw the remake in theaters, but I never owned it the original. But now I do, and that's The Stepfather, where the guy goes around looking for a so-called perfect family that he wants to get married to, but every time he comes across a family that he thinks is perfect, he ends up killing them, and he moves on to find the next one because, like I said, he's looking for the so-called perfect family that he wants to be with. So The Stepfather, classic movie. Next, another one I ended up buying at his table is a Stephen King movie, and I remember seeing this like once on TV, but then I got the DVD that my mom had in her collection in it, and I was surprised that Matt actually had this at his table because I really wanted to get this to add to my Blu-ray collection, and I thought this movie was actually pretty good for what it was, and it is a Stephen King movie, and the movie I'm talking about is a Graveyard Shift, where here the workers get killed in the middle of the night on the graveyard shift, 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning, by something in it that's lurking in the mill. So, Graveyard Shift, very fun movie to watch. Next is another Stephen King movie that my friend Matt was selling at his table, and I ended up watching this movie like once, but I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I guess I didn't really care for the movie at the time. But I figured, what the heck, might as well buy this movie and give this movie another watch. And again, it is from a Stephen King, and the movie I'm talking about is The Dark Half. So I don't know much information about this movie because I've only seen the movie like once, and I don't remember much about it. But like I said, I figured I'd give this another shot. So The Dark Half from Stephen King, why not? Ah, shit. Throwing things on the floor. Ah. Okay, next, my friend Matt had at his table, and this movie I never actually had in my collection at all, and it's a very recognizable horror movie that I never even had in my collection, but I did see the remake in theaters, but now I finally got the original movie in my collection now, and that's Poltergeist. I I know, because I never actually owned this movie in my collection, but thanks to Matt for selling this one, now I finally do have the the original in my collection, and I finally have like one of the most recognizable movies in America that everyone is familiar with in my collection. So, Poltergeist, classic. Next, another one that he was selling. I ended up watching this movie on TV like a couple months ago, I would say, and this movie was actually good. It was actually not bad. It was done in 2002, and not only it stars the late great Bill Paxton, but that he also directed this movie as well, and this movie also stars Matthew McConaughey as well. And the movie I'm talking about is Frailty. Here, where the two sons that see that their father is just going around on a murderous rampage, just murdering people because he thinks it's that he's been handpicked by God to punish the people who have just been bad. So Frailty is actually a pretty good movie here, and I thought Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey did a pretty good job in this one. Next, another one that he was selling. I remember seeing copies of this movie up at Walmart on DVD and Blu-ray, because this is one of those movies that just went straight to video, where it never came in theaters at all. And the movie I'm talking about is Primal, with Nicolas Cage in it, where he plays like a hunter, and turns out that he's transporting a jaguar on an airplane, but it turns out the airplane gets taken over, and then they end up releasing the jaguar. So now the jaguar is loose, and now Nicolas Cage is on the hunt, trying to find this jaguar. So, Primal. I thought the information on the movie sounded interesting, so I thought I might as well check it out to see how it is. And last for the movie that I picked up at Matt's table is, I remember having this movie on DVD because I got it for Christmas like a couple years ago, and I thought the movie was actually not bad for what it was, but he was selling this as table, and it's a Blu-ray DVD combo, and it's got both versions of the movie, the theatrical and the unrated, the extended version. And the movie I'm talking about is Cowboys and Aliens, with Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. I thought this movie was actually interesting. I thought it was actually not bad for what it was, where Daniel Craig plays like a man who's got no memory. He's got like this futuristic shackle on his wrist, and he gets help from Harrison Ford's character and a woman to help him to restore his memory, but they also come across some aliens that's like totally not from this earth. And last, this local indie horror movie company, Mad Angel Films, and if you don't know what they are or who they are, they're, like I said, it's a local indie horror movie company, and they shoot movies locally right here in the state of New York because they're from the Utica area. So they were there, and I figured I'd buy a couple of their Blu-rays that I never even seen before. One of them is called Brackish, and the other is Radiant Dark. So Brackish I already watched last night. This I'm kind of like in the middle of right now, so I gotta finish this one up when I get done doing this video. So Brackish and Radiant Dark from Mad Angel Films. If you haven't seen any of their movies, you can watch some of their movies for free on Tubi. You could watch Graveyard Shark, Axe Grinder 666, Big Brood, and Killin' Time on Tubi for free. But if you want to go to the website to see what they got, it's madangelfilms.com. So, again, that's what the Mad Angel Films is that they shoot movies locally right here in the state of New York because they're from the Utica area. Alright guys, so that's it for my haul that I got from the convention at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest this weekend. So yeah, another convention gone. Now got another whole year to wait until the next one. And the Sci-Fi Horror Fest convention is just always a good time, man, always fun, where you get to go up there, meet celebrities, get pictures taken, get autographs, shake their hand, talk to them, and also buying some goodies and collectibles, and also talking to other people that are also horror fans as well, and become good friends with them. Man, it's just always a good time. Alright guys, so again, I'll be showing this stuff in my end of month haul video. What do you guys think? Did you like any of the stuff I showed off that I got from the convention? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, like and subscribe to your channel, and stay tuned for some more videos. Later.